Hiya. So we're going to do a bit of a drill for goalkeepers, but actually this drill can be for any of the players. We're going to be working on our coordination. So some of that's hand-eye, so very much for goalkeepers, and some of that coordination can be used for players just to get their response times and things like that as well. And it's a bit of a fun thing. Also, if you are an outfield player, it may happen that in a game you might have to go in goal, so worth practicing some of these things anyway. So all we need for the first part of this drill is a tennis ball and a wall. So try and pick a wall that mum and dad aren't working inside, so they don't hear a constant banging of a ball against the wall. So try and pick a wall that's far away from everyone else, if at all possible. So all we're going to do here, no gloves on if you're a goalkeeper as well, we're just going to be working with our bare hands. So I'm just going to take the ball and I'm going to throw it with one hand and catch it with the other one. So nice and easy, and then once we've caught it, we throw it with that hand, back to the other one. I'm going to throw it on a downwards motion, just to get that bounce going. If it comes up a little bit short, you might have to move your feet and react to it as well. So it might be that we're not just going to stand still all the time. Let's see if we can try and get our feet going as well, and make it a little bit more active as well. So once we're happy with that, so we're using both of our hands, let's see if we can try and change the angle that we're throwing it at as well. So rather than just throwing it straight, let's see if we can throw it at a slight angle to make our feet start working as well. Now when we're using our feet as goalkeepers, we want to try and not cross our legs over and try and keep our movements very much on a sideways basis. So very much a sideways type of basis. So let's try and use that movement as well if we can. So as I say, let's try and throw at an angle, so come up from a wider angle, throw it across, throw it across, throw it across. Try and catch it as well. So the reason we're using a tennis ball is because A, it's smaller, so it's a little bit harder to catch, a little bit harder to get our hands there, and it's going to make us move a little bit quicker as well. Also, it pings off the wall a little bit faster than a football would, so again our reactions have to be a little bit quicker, okay? So if you haven't got a tennis ball, think about other things that you could use as well, other balls. If you have to use a football, then that's absolutely fine as well. So let's do an example of that with a football to see how that works. So a little bit harder to catch it with no gloves on, so if you have got gloves it will be a little bit easier. In fact, I'm not doing a very good job of this at all. Oh, hey, there we go. And so you can use a football as well. But ideally, if we can, let's use a tennis ball. Just gets us working a little bit harder. So that's the first drill. Keep practicing that one quite a lot if we can as well. We're also going to do, if we go back to the tennis ball, do a similar sort of drill, but instead of using a wall, this time we're going to use the floor. So we're just going to bounce from one side to the other side. And because I'm on a hill, it's going completely wrong there. So one side, and this is where we're going to have to be on our toes, get those body movements going as well. So what's really, really important to this drill is our eye contact with the ball. So can we try and keep our eyes on the ball, sort of focus on it all the time so we can adapt our body and where it's going to move to. If you watch my feet, we're not standing still, we're having to move to the direction we're anticipating the ball to be travelling in, and we're making those side steps, as I say, so it's from side to side rather than crossing over. So we're trying not to cross our legs over, we're trying to keep them so they're moving almost like a crab. So touching a little bit like that, if that makes sense. So again, a little demo. So watching the ball as close as we can. Don't drop it if we cannot. You are going to drop it at times though, so it doesn't matter. Keeping our eyes on the ball. So again, we're trying to get our feet working, trying to get our eyes working to keep watching the ball, and we're trying to get our hands to that ball as quickly as we can as well. So quite a good little practice to do. If you have got two tennis balls, then we'll try and use those in the next drill that we'll do on another day. And that one's going to be a little bit harder than this one. Now my ball has gone completely down the hill, so give me 2 seconds while I go and retrieve it, and we'll show you the next part of the drill for today. Now, I work in IT, but my video skills are absolutely rubbish. Thus, this isn't going to be edited. So, me running down the road and back again, that 5-second gap, sorry, but I'm not going to be able to cut that out very well. Okay, so next one we're going to work with football, and we're going to be working with our feet and our hands as well. So, what we're going to do here, we're going to play the ball against the wall. As it comes back, try and chip it up and catch it with our hands, okay? So, doing that a little bit quicker. Doing a very poor job of this at the moment. Give it a little bit more pace, up. Get the idea, even though I'm doing quite badly. So again, what we're trying to do here, we're trying to play the ball with the inside of our foot. We're trying to chip it up, and then can we get our hands to the ball really nice and quickly. Use both feet as well, so use our left foot, so we're trying to build up our strength and our confidence with our left and our right foot, so use your favourite and your less favourite foot where you can. And then the next piece we're going to do is really about our hand-eye coordination and practicing some of the more technical parts of goalkeeping as well. So with this one, all we're going to do here, we're going to throw the ball against the wall, and then we're going to take it into our body, so that cup into our body. Really want to focus on as quickly as we can to get into our set position. So remember that our set position is our feet about shoulders width apart. We've got our knees slightly bent. We're slightly forward with our body weight, so slightly on our toes. Our hands are down by the side, and our chest is out, almost level with our toes. So it's a position like this so we can react. That's our set position. So can we get into that position really, really quickly after we've thrown the ball in order to be able to then make that catch. So I'm going to try and get into my set position nice and early, so I'm ready. Release that ball, and then can I take it in? Now what we're trying to end up in terms of our finishing position with here, as the ball comes into our hands, we're going to have our fingers spread, nice and open, not closed, so nice and open. We're trying to get the ball to hit on our palm of our hands and roll up into our arms, and as it's rolling, we're going to take that in and close those hands up behind. We're going to get our head over the ball as much as possible, and our body weight is going to be moving forwards. We don't want to be upright and catching it here, because if it's catching here and we're not catching it with the palms of our hands, or letting it roll up the palm of our hands, it's going to hurt our stomach a little bit. Also, if we're upright and it's a shot that's coming at speed, our body weight's going to be backwards and we're going to fall behind our goal line potentially. So we always want that body weight to be forwards, and then we're on concrete here, so we won't take it down onto the ground, but potentially if we've got our weight forwards, we can take it down to the ground as well if we wanted to. So practice that one. So we want to be in that set position nice and early, so when we're dispatching the ball, when it comes, and then can we take it in and get our head down, our body weight further forward. Okay, so again, you'll probably know the technique already, but just practice it. If you have got an iPhone or an iPad, or mum and dad have a couple of spare minutes, once you think you're really, really good at it, get them to record it, play it back a couple of times and say, does the technique look really, really good when I look at it in slow motion? So if I do it really slowly, or if I play it back and back again, have I got the technique right, or is there something I need to change? Is my body weight where it should be? Does I look like I've got my set position how I think it should be? See if you can just assess that as well, and then make any little changes that you need to make. So sometimes in our heads, when we're doing a technique, we think that it might be done, or it might look a certain way, but when we look back on a recording of it, etc., it looks slightly different. So have a little look at that. Practice, practice, practice. Review, so have a little look on the video if you can, and then practice some more and just tweak where you need to. So that's the drills today. Like I say, outfield players can practice as well, because good coordination, practice getting that hand-eye coordination as well, getting those responses in nice and quick as well. So it's for anyone, but goalkeepers definitely try and have a go, particularly with a tennis ball, that'll get you working a little bit hard. Think about our feet as well as our hands. Goalkeepers sometimes concentrate just about our hands. Our feet are really, really important as well, so try and get those feet working in the right way. Any questions, just get mum or dad to WhatsApp me and I'll answer those questions.